connecting communities through your stories that inspire us. It's Good Morning Tucson.
This ride is a huge part of our fundraising efforts to get to the finish line.
And I'm Brooke Chow, live for you this morning in downtown Tucson, telling you all about how cyclists are gearing up for El Tour tomorrow. I have a story on one cyclist who's pedaling for polio.
And First Avenue is getting some upgrades. The big changes coming to make the road safer for you whenever you walk or bike on it.
And this morning, the University of Arizona still has to deal with its major budget shortfall. We're looking at President Robbins' case to the State Board of Regents, and we'll talk to students who are worried that the next classes are going to have to pay much more for tuition. A good morning to you, Tucson, on this Friday at 6 a.m. I'm Jose Sosalia.
And I'm Claire Graham. Thanks for waking up with us. It's almost here. El Tour de Tucson kicks off tomorrow morning, and thousands of cyclists are now in town preparing for the big day.
That's right. We've got the team covering all sorts of angles to get you ready for it, too. We're going to be checking on the roads, which ones are going to be closed, and those last-minute updates if you are going to be in the race.
Yeah, April Madison and Brooke Chow are live for us at the starting line downtown. April has your race day forecast, and Brooke has one man's inspiring story and the reason he's biking for a cause tomorrow.
Should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Excited to talk to both of them. But why don't we start with the journey of the tour itself? This is our map looking at kind of the race and where it's all starting. You see the anchor point is going to be at the Tucson Convention Center.
Yeah, the 102-mile course takes up a good part of downtown. It goes all the way down to the southeast side, going through Vail and Sahuarita, past the airport, before it reaches the finish line right back where it started.
Now, to give you a sense of the size of this race, by the way, El Tour is one of Southern Arizona's biggest yearly events because 7,500 cyclists usually compete in the race. Now, the money they collect supports dozens of charities across all of our own neighborhoods. Charities like Tunidito, which supports grieving families, Beads of Courage, as they help kids and families right here, keep them company in the hospital, and even Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Arizona. Over the years, El Tour has been a race. They've actually raised more than $100 million for all different kinds of charities.
And besides that direct support, El Tour also infuses our local economy with the thousands of people who come to town, eat at our restaurants, stay in our hotels, and get out to enjoy Tucson. Wherever you go in town right now, chances are you'll see a bike parked out front. Many restaurants and bike shops say they've been seeing a spike in business. Corey Foster and Tim Carolan own shops in the foothills, and they say they've been seeing this boom all week.
A lot of new bike sales, a lot of people motivated to do well in the event this year.
There's something about being out with 7,000 other riders and taking on what Tucson has to offer. It is a major part of the Tucson lifestyle or business. I think we're very fortunate to have it.
Last year, organizers say El Tour de Tucson brought in more than $1 million in what people spent around town over just the course of 2 days.
Now, with a race this big, riders are going to be going through some key neighborhood roads. We want to remind you of which of these streets will be closed tomorrow. Here's a general list. The city says it's going to close these streets from 4 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday. You're seeing some big ones: Cushing to Stone, Stone to 14, parts of Alvernon, Aviation Parkway. So you get a sense of everything. But it's important to remember most of these closures are going to impact your downtown streets. By the way, if you need to use one of the main highways in our community, some on and off ramps for both I-10 and I-19 are going to be closed Saturday to make a little more room for the race.
You gotta also keep in mind there's the U of A game, so things might just be a little chaotic in that part of town. If you're not involved in going to the game or El Tour, maybe just stay away.
It's the saying the racers are going to have their helmets on. You pack their helmets. I'm saying everyone else just pack a little extra patience.
That's very true, yeah.
Now, we've mentioned how El Tour makes sure that the proceeds are helping charities in our community. Well, single riders and teams also put in a lot of work when they're not training.
Yeah, many riders are using tomorrow to raise awareness and money for groups they're passionate about. Brooke Chow talked with one man on a mission this year to not only finish the race, but also to help in the fight to end polio. Hey, Brooke.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, he is pretty inspiring. But first, I want to take you to where I'm at right now in downtown Tucson to show you some of the roads that are already closed at the 6 a.m. hour. Take a look over here. This is Cushing and Church Street. So yeah, this is part of your morning commute. Just know a lot of the roads are already starting to close up in downtown Tucson ahead of El Tour tomorrow. A lot of those cyclists are already getting out practicing a little bit in town. I saw a few of them yesterday. So just be prepared today as you head out the door this Friday morning. Be cautious of some cyclers on the road. Probably a little bit more than usual, of course, but let's get to someone super inspiring. His name is John Waco. He's the CEO of Rotary International. I got the chance to sit down and talk to him about what this ride means to him. This is his 11th time riding an El Tour, and he's going to be doing the big one, the 102-mile one. I know we have some video up for you right now showing everything that he does alongside 70 other Rotary members from across the country. Now, ending polio is Rotary's top philanthropic goal, and through El Tour de Tucson, Rotary has raised a significant amount of money to help end the disease.
Well, you know, we started out a number of years ago using the ride to raise money for polio, and to date we've raised about $61 million for polio eradication through El Tour. So Rotarians from all around the world come and join us to ride, and Rotarians from all around the world contribute and help the riders to raise money to eradicate polio.
Now, the $61 million raised makes the Rotary the single largest fundraiser in the history of El Tour. Now, John is coming to ride all the way from Chicago and tells me that cycling really is just a way for him to be social, stay in shape, and of course now ride with a philanthropic purpose. Now, speaking of polio, I want to bring in our April Madison really quickly for a second. I know you have a little bit of a personal touch with it, right?
Yeah, you know, I was telling Brooke earlier that my mom actually the morning, and when she was a young child, her and her brothers were going to wake up the following morning to actually go get the vaccine for polio, and it was that morning that she woke up and couldn't move her legs. So she literally woke up with polio the day they were going to go. Spent several months in the hospital and recovered, and you know, her story is actually very successful. It did not impact her the rest of her life, with the exception of some weak muscles, but it was very traumatizing as a child, you know, to wake up and not be able to move your legs and spend that time in the hospital. But you know, it tells you that this is something that's been going on for so long, and you know, I just love that is such a great cause to support. Speaking of weather, though, I mean, I think
everyone's like, what's going to go on this weekend?
What else is going on? Well, you know, we have so much going on outside this weekend. It is always when we get weather, right? But it could be a lot worse. I'll tell you that. We saw a little bit of rain overnight that moved into the area. Some places got zilch, others got a little bit more, even up to 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch in some places. We're seeing it clear right now, and it probably won't return until later today. There is a chance to see more, so we'll still warm to about 80 with partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the day, low 70s in Sierra Vista, and Sierra Vista may even see it a little bit sooner the next round. But again, it is not going to be so severe that you should cancel or not participate in any outdoor activity. So we are possibly going to get a little bit more rain, have the rain gear handy, but I'll talk more about the specifics of the El Tour de Tucson forecast, as well as the game kickoff forecast. Same day, 2 different start times. So I'm going to have all of that and a little bit more coming up in your complete forecast, and of course much more on El Tour itself. For now, still pretty dark out here. We're live from downtown near Church and Cushing, and sending it back to you.
Guys, thank you. Yeah, you know, we're talking about the 2 different big events tomorrow between the biking and the footballing, but they're expecting the elite racers to be done by 10:45 tomorrow, which just seems so fast to me.
It's crazy to think. That's why they train to knock that out fairly quick.
I guess. I mean, so maybe they'll be able to go to the tailgates. Who knows? But hey, if you're taking part in the race tomorrow, the registration tent is open today at noon if you need to go, and then it's also open first thing tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock.
Now, why don't we break down your race start times? We'll start with the 102-mile elite race. That one is going to start at 7 in the morning. So maybe not the earliest start for these cyclists, but it's, you know, still a pretty decent start to the day. About 5 minutes later, it's for the non-elite group to start the big race. Then the 5K at 7:30. A fun ride, more our speed, starts at 8 o'clock. The 62-mile race will start at 9, followed by the 32-mile ride at 10 tomorrow morning. So as they start their race, the elite guys may just be finishing up.
That's very impressive. No matter what ride you do tomorrow, I know. Good luck.
Yes.
It's going to be great. Keep your head down. Keep going.
Have fun and enjoy.
Yeah, make a big difference there.
All right, new on Good Morning Tucson. If you're out walking or maybe riding your bike along First Avenue, you're noticing some blocks don't really have safe sidewalks.
Yeah, but pretty soon that should change. The city is looking to add sidewalks along First as one of their upcoming improvements. For the last 2 years, the city's been asking for input about making changes to First, and they're now putting the plan into action. The Complete Streets program coordinator, Patrick Hartley, says they'll be putting in more streetlights, sidewalks, pedestrian crossings, and wider bike lanes, all while keeping the 4 lanes of traffic.
We're a couple of years out from that, but as that approaches, we'll be having traffic notifications. We'll be working closely with a lot of the residents and businesses who will be most affected directly on the corridor to make sure that we have plans so that their customers can continue to reach and patronize their businesses to minimize those disruptions.
And I heard a little bit of Hartley talking about the timeline for those plans right now. The program team says they're still in the design phase. Construction may not actually start for another 3 to 4 years.
This morning, a developing story. The Pima County Sheriff's Office is paying tribute to Canine Kenzo, the police dog who was killed in the line of duty last month. Deputies say the canine was tracking down a man wanted for an armed robbery when the man stabbed the dog to death. Deputies held a memorial service this week to pay tribute and say goodbye. Kenzo only joined the police force last year, working with his handler, Deputy Christopher Rodriguez. At the University of Arizona, the school is making a major change to address the massive budget shortfall they're facing.
Now, in a State of the University address, President Robert Robbins touted the university's investments in their land grants, enrolling more students, and investing in updating technology, but he only briefly talked about the school's $240 million budget deficit. Now, to help get the school its finances in better shape, the Board of Regents voted to streamline the tiers of tuition at the school and then raise school fees that students are going to have to pay starting in the 2024 academic year. Right now, though, students and alumni want leaders to be transparent, not just about the hikes, but the cuts they may have to make.
We, the students, faculty, staff, and families should not be paying for your mistakes.
They were adamant that this was not a financial crisis, but when there is a fast approaching deadline and students and faculty and staff seem to be the first on the chopping block, it's hard to not see it as one.
While tuition costs are going up for new students now, the university says this hike shouldn't change anything for current students because of the guaranteed tuition program that keeps it the same for 4 years. The university now has until December 15th to submit their new budget plan. With the shortfall, many fans have been concerned the budget cuts could mean cutting sports.
That's why our Pat Paris wanted to go to McHale Center, and he's looking at how the school may have to manage its finances in the short term.
The University of Arizona is considering reducing or eliminating athletic programs because of the $240 million miscalculation. Now, here at the Jim Click Hall of Fame, the U of A honors its nearly 24 national championship teams. According to Dr. Robbins, the U of A now has 23 athletic teams. The Big 12 Conference, which they're going into next year, well, they average about 17 athletic teams. Just how large is the Arizona athletic budget? Well, according to Knight Newhouse College Athletics database, the U of A athletic department's total expenses in 2022 were nearly $125 million, while it brought in almost as much, $124.35 million in revenue in 2022. According to Dr. Robbins, the athletic budget, though, is only $100 million, with $40 million of that coming from the Pac-12. About $30 million comes from ticket sales, and $30 million comes from donors and contracts.
Our thanks to Pat, who just showed you that budget breakdown, but the school still has some other unpaid bills. Claire, Dr. Robbins says the athletic department is still trying to pay back a $55 million loan that it did take out during the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Right, and at this point, the university is considering a hiring freeze and layoffs since they say they currently have the least amount of cash they've had on hand since 2013. The school is blaming major investments they've made in research and scholarships, along with some mistakes in accounting.
And certainly a major story we will continue to follow.